What's going on, guys? This is Ryan with the RK Outpost, and we know that these big companies, specifically gaming companies, which we're going to be talking about today, only care about discrimination or racism when it happens in a certain way. But when it's directed at men or white men, then it's not a problem. And in fact, if you are one of those people who hates white men, you probably can get a job there very easily, even though you seem to be doing your best to look like one. That's what we have in this situation with Madeleine Roux, and we're going to talk about her. She's written for Star Wars. She's also written for Blizzard for their recent World of Warcraft expansion. We're going to get into it right now. Now, we're going to use a couple different sources, bounding into comics, and of course, Ichibaka, Disney Star Wars is dumb. Now, I have to give a big shout out to Ichibaka. He was ahead of this story. He sent me, he let me know what was going on a few days ago before this really blew up, and I just didn't have time to talk about it. But make sure I'm going to plug his stuff. I'm going to put a link to his articles that he did in the description of this video. But World of Warcraft Shadowlands novel author Madeleine Roux, I think that's how you say her name, mocks fans in response to discovery of racist, anti-white, anti-male tweets. And that's all you need. If you're anti-white and anti-male, you're going to get hired at a lot of these companies. That seems to be a prerequisite at times. But Ichibaka is the one who really put me on this trail. Madeleine Roux lies about her brave and bold tweets. Now, before we get into the lies, let's show you what she said. And I'm going to read a lot of these guys, and there is a lot to read. Again, this just, you look at all these pictures. Let's zoom in a little bit there. That's her right there. So, class act, Madeleine Roux. On the voyage of the minds through Lucasfilm representatives who hate white males continues with a look at Madeleine Roux, another New York Times best-selling author. Now, this is when, Ichi wrote this when she was working at Lucasfilm, when she wrote a little excerpt for a book for Star Wars. But now she's moved on and she's working at Blizzard. And Blizzard has been made aware of all of these things, that this is who she is. But they are fine with this person. Let's just look at some of these and see if we can find a pattern here. You guys, we're in the cyberpunk future, and it's internet white supremacists, crusty suburban women, and isolationists propping up an emerging fascist. So, like, now's the time to get that tattoo, cool leather coat, and fine activism. This country is embarrassing. That's not hyperbolic. Trump is embarrassing. These sad, threatened white male voters are embarrassing. Things I don't want in this election cycle, old white man energy. Now, I will say that some of these, just taken individually, it's like whatever, not a big deal. Maybe a bad joke here and there. But as you go, and we'll see all these, you will see a pattern. And like I said, when I read these to you, just imagine, replace the word white with black. Do you think that this person would be on Twitter anymore? Do you think this person would be employable anymore? I kind of doubt it, not in today's day and age. This is replying to Cuck Wendig. You know, y'all know the Constitution is just some shit we made up, right? She says it's also old as fuck, written only by white men and in sore need of an update. Your male white supremacy is an ugly effing world. I will not bow down to your immortan Joe. Nothing gets me more excited than crusty old white men bemoaning witch hunts when crusty old white men did the witch hunts to begin with. I can only imagine what she sounds like, to be honest. I haven't seen any videos of her. Written by a white dude. Shocking. Actual consequences for mediocre white men, I do declare. Is there some kind of employee benefit clause that comes into effect every time Danny becomes a white savior trope? Ban white men with guns. Oh, white men, are you sad? Are you impotent? Are you desperate for the validation you don't deserve? Dear white men, get your effing shit in order. Ted Bundy wasn't special or smart, he was just white. And I could go on and on and on. Look, congrats, ugly white men. Max Mad Fury Road is now our immediate future. Is this what straight white dudes feel like all the time? White people must be stopped. Watching white girls cosplay Storm makes the baby Jesus cry. You know, just on and on with the attacks on whites, specifically against white men. And she was called out by this because this was recently uncovered when people were taking a look at her book. Now, the book that she's written is this one. It is to tie into the World of Warcraft newest expansion, Shadowlands. Keep in mind, in Shadowlands, they're also going to be introducing a transgender character and a gay pirate couple. Just what all the WoW fans are asking for. So you have that to look forward to, but it's called Shadows Rising. Madeleine Roux being the author. It does look like it's going to be a heroine. I don't know. I haven't played World of Warcraft in like 5 years, so I'm not caught up on any of the recent expansions, to be honest with you. But what happened? What happened when she got called out about this? It's very interesting, isn't it? Someone says this, such a sound theory. Now, this is when a couple people went too far and said they think that she's related to someone just based on her last name. There's not really any evidence of that, to be perfectly honest, but she comes back and says, this is when she's getting called out for it. She says, oh, this is bullshit. I never tweeted this. If it's the same old, they're photoshopped. They never embed them because they don't exist. Now, we get a big, again, conglomeration together of these. And you could say, you know, I guess you could say these are all photoshopped, that none of these are real. Maybe you're right, Madeleine Roux. But in fact, you're wrong. Because someone went through and archived them because you were so fucking stupid that you said that you didn't make these tweets. You said you didn't make them when you still had them up on your profile. At least delete them before you lie to everybody about it, Madeleine Roux. And as you can see, we can go through so many of these, even some of the ones I didn't read before, right? Actual consequences for mediocre white men, I do declare. Right, we saw that one already. Dear white men, get your effing shit in order. White people must be stopped, right? All of these ones that we saw, we'll just do one, right? We'll just do one just to confirm to you guys and actually show you. There it is. There's the archive. Madeleine Roux, white people must be stopped on Internet Archive. They have all of these. All of your tweets were archived. You cannot lie your way out of this. You can try, but there's people that are way smarter than you, Madeleine, on the internet. Unfortunately, they all found that. They all found that, and you have been BTFO'd. So the real question is, why is there this double standard? I'm not calling for Madeleine Roux to be fired. I honestly don't give a shit. I'm not going to read her fucking book, and I'm probably not going to play WoW Shadowlands, in all honesty. But it's about the double standard involved, because you know damn well, like I said in the beginning, if you substitute the word white for black, there's no way she would be hired anywhere. She would be permanently canceled. I don't think it's acceptable to have that double standard at your company, especially a company who has been all about censorship when it's the right way. When you're protecting people like China, right? The Blitzchung controversy for Blizzard, that they wouldn't even reverse the Blitzchung ban despite apologizing, despite the backlash, so they could bow down for China. And then, of course, they got called out for posting their Black Lives Matter post for Activision Blizzard after the entire Blitzchung thing. That brings all this back up again, because, right, look at what they said. Today and always, we support all those who stand against racism and inequality. There's no place for it in our society or any society. Black Lives Matter. That's what Blizzard came out and said. But I think it's pretty obvious that this is racism. This is racism because if you replace the word black, everyone would agree that it's racist. But that's the society that we live in today. That is the video game industry that we live in today, where it's perfectly acceptable for someone like that to be hired on and write for you. And then to gloat about it. Like people are mad at you and, oh, they're trying to get me fired. I never tweeted those things. We have the evidence. You said all of that, Madeleine Roux. Are you going to apologize? I doubt it. Is Blizzard going to do anything? I doubt it. But we're going to continue to talk about it and expose these types of people like Madeleine Roux and the fact that she is employed by Blizzard. Let me know what you think about all this in the comments below. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching, everyone. And a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.